Hi guys. So I've not posted anything since Friday because it has been quite hectic since Friday. So on Friday I had my annual work seminar presentation. So it's a presentation in which you present whatever work you have done till now in the past 1.5 years. And although I had prepared really well in the sense that I really put in a lot of effort into the presentation, it did not go as well as I wanted it to. And according to me, I would rate my own presentation 6 out of 10, which is not, it wasn't my best. I could have done better, and I was kind of disheartened after the presentation. Uh, I felt that I could have done better, and I also felt that I was not able to convey things as well as I wanted to, even after preparing that much. So yeah, that was kind of a setback. So I was already feeling very low about it, but I want to give a shout out to my lab mates. So my lab mates tried to cheer me up a lot, and mostly it was my juniors and my own batchmates, like in the lab. So it was Vijender, Khushbu, my juniors, they were Paul, Manisha, Neha ma'am, and my PI Nidhi ma'am. I just want to say that I'm really grateful for having them in my life, and so they tried to cheer me up, and Nidhi ma'am was really a big pillar of support in that scenario, because I think I take things a bit too hard sometimes. So even though they said that it was okay, but I, according to me, the way I rate things, according to me, I could have done better. So yeah, I was feeling very low about it, and I had already booked a trip to Rishikesh a few days ago. So I had to catch my traveler from Noida Sector 62 to Rishikesh on Friday night, and for that I had to leave at 8:30, and I had not even done any packing and all. So being a female solo traveler is a bit difficult in that sense that you have to prepare and plan a lot of things before you set out. So I would like to say this to all the women who would like to travel alone, mostly because most of the times you cannot find people to accompany you, or secondly, maybe you just like to travel alone. In both those scenarios, there are some things that I would like to tell you all. First of all, carry medicines, because it's a terrible world out there. People will not help you even if they can. So carry your own medicines. Uh, it's very necessary to carry a change of clothes, obviously, and just try to be as safe as possible. So never ever put yourself in a position where you would have to depend on someone else or ask for help from someone else, because it's the sad truth about this world is everybody would like to take advantage of you, and most of the people would uh, also like to see you get taken advantage of. So people are not supportive. You are the only one who has to support yourself. So just make sure that you have things sorted and in order. So I mentioned two things. Thirdly, always carry a pepper spray. It hurts like hell. Like I was just testing it out a year ago, and yeah, it's not a pleasant scenario at all. So at least, if nothing else, carry a pepper spray with you. And yeah, you should always carry your own toiletries. um, Other than that, of course, comb and all is a must. And then yeah, that's pretty much it for now. In case I feel that something else was also necessary, yeah, I also carry my own shampoo and all that, but I guess I mentioned that, and you can take, I mean, so some things are personalized, right? So you should not depend on your stay to provide them for you, because sometimes they don't, especially in peak seasons. So now coming to the point, so I had to catch my traveler from Noida Sector 62, and when I went there, there was no one, and I thought that I have missed it. So I called the captain, and that person told me that they were actually on the other side of the wall. So when I went there, I saw that it was like uh, we were total 13 people, and it was kind of like divided into two groups, and I was the only one who was traveling solo. So um it felt nice to not be a part of a group for once, because when you are a part of a group, you have to take decisions according to everyone in your group, and that sucks. But since I was solo, I was able to navigate through a lot of negativity. But still, whenever there is groupism, there is a little bit of negativity. So yeah, there was a stingy bit of negativity around me. But if we ignore that, and if we look at the positive things, then I got to experience the river a lot more this time. I had more fun doing rafting this time, and I also got to click my pictures and get some videos of doing rafting, which I couldn't do last time. So this time felt pretty good. Other than that, I was able to enjoy the ghats a lot more and the religious side of Rishikesh a lot more than I did the last time. uh, One of the concerns that I faced was that when we came back, because of traffic during this time, it's on season in Rishikesh right now, so there's a huge traffic over there. So it was difficult for me to come back on time. So by the time we came back, it was already 2 a.m. and I already had this thing that by the time we'll come, it will be 1:30 or 2 a.m. So I had contacted one of my lab mates. Her name is Khushbu. So I had contacted her that if I am late, can I stay at your place? Can I crash? And she is a very nice person in that sense. She is very helpful. So of course she said, you may come, and just call me when you reach Dhola Kua and all that. So when I got down from the traveler, some people offered help, but this again I want to say to all the female travelers, nobody nobody offers help for free. So if someone is being over genuine, or if someone is being over caring, they are not doing it for you. So you have to be smart in those situations. So so that person was offering me to drop me to my institute in Faridabad from Delhi at 2. So I politely declined it, as politely as I could. I didn't want to be polite, but but sometimes you just have to be clever about certain things. So I booked a cab as soon as possible, but the cabs were not available. So then I booked a bike ride. Now the advantage with bike rides over cab rides in these scenarios is that once you are inside a cab, you are pretty much at the mercy of the driver. But in a bike, on a bike, it's easier for you to escape if things go south, or otherwise you will, at least it will be a one-on-one person kind of a thing. So this is just chances of survival. So being a woman, you have to think about survivability. uh, Probably men won't get it, but in any case, I booked a bike, and I went from Dhola Kua to Shastri Nagar, where my friend lives, and then I stayed at her place overnight, and then in the morning we came back to RCB using the metro. And my stay at her place was pretty pleasant. Her mother is very nice, and they were very accommodating, and it was a good experience. Overall it was actually a very good experience. So the gist that I got from all of this was that on Friday, after my AWS, I was worrying about the fact that protein should be written in capital, or the first letter should be capital and the other two letters should be small. Those were my worries, which were such shitty worries when you come to the point where you are stranded alone in a place like Dhaula Kua at 2 a.m., where your chances of survivability are quite low, or when you are drowning in Ganga. So, because both of those things happened to me in the past 2 days. So, if you think about things from a bigger perspective, from a larger point of view, you would realize that there's so much more to life than presentations. So, overall, I'm glad about the fact that I had this trip booked, because otherwise, I would have been just sulking about, not delivering as good as I wanted to over the entire weekend. So, things worked out, and that's I guess the kind of message that I want to convey through this video, that things do work out, and if they are not working out, then some things are about to. So you just have to be patient, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay safe and travel. That's it. All right, bye bye.